everyone, and welcome to Warren's Team Talk. I'm back again. Thanks very much for joining me. I hope you're having a great day. And today is transfer deadline day, so there's going to be drama non-stop all throughout the day, unfortunately. I have to say, I don't agree with this transfer deadline business. I don't. I just think they should do it like we used to years ago, and just have the ability to make transfers as and when the clubs see fit. I just don't agree with it. I don't. I just think it's crazy. But there you go. That's that. That's why they decided to do it. So, that's up to them. That's their prerogative. But I don't agree with it. I just think it's absolutely ridiculous. And the reason it's been done is to make drama and for sports broadcasting organisations like Sky Sports and Talk Sport and all these other clowns. That's what I think it is. And we've got a couple of people in the chat already. And we've got Joanne Smith saying, hello, Warren. Hi, Joe. I hope you're well. I hope you're having a great day. And got Del Boy Gunner TV in the chat. Hi, Del Boy. I hope you're good, mate. And I hope you're coping with this absolute madness that's going on. And, mate, I'm telling you guys, I'm absolutely fuming at what I'm seeing unfolding. If heads don't roll after this, if this is what happens and this is it, then I'm sorry, heads have got to roll. They really have, because it's just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But let's see what happens. But yeah, it's good to see you both. I hope you're both well. Anyway, so let's get into it. So I'm just going to go through some of the stories I've heard and seen this morning and keep you updated. So we're going to be looking at, during the course of this video that I'm doing with you at the minute, we're going to be looking at Moses Caicedo. We're going to be looking at Jorginho, Ivan Fresnedesa, Kieran Tierney, and Marquinhos. Right, so let's look at the first one. Moses Caicedo. The deal is dead. It's dusted. It's not happening. And this is despite Edu chasing this fella for the last couple of weeks, putting in 2 bids which were rejected. Brighton was steadfast in their their approach to this. They kept saying the guy's not for sale. Edu wouldn't listen, and Brighton's valuation was at £80 million. Right now, the thing is, for me, Brighton kept saying this fella's not for sale, yet they were actively going out looking for a replacement. So if he wasn't for sale, why were they going out to look for a replacement? That would be what my question would be, right? So clearly he was for sale, and I don't care what anyone says. Every player has got his price. You put enough money on the table, and suddenly a player goes from being not available to available. Of course he does. So let's see what happens. So yeah, it's off. He's staying put. So that's meant that Arsenal have had to run around in their usual style, and they've gone and looks like they're going to pull off another panic buy, and they've gone to their usual source, the usual place where they go and do their panic buys from, and they've gone to Chelsea. So we've got another Chelsea pensioner coming into the club. This time it's Jorginho. So Jorginho, a deal has been agreed, a fee has been agreed of 10 million, rising to 12 million with add-ons. And it looks like he's set to sign an 18-month contract with the club. So I just don't get it. I just don't understand why we keep helping out Chelsea. they're on the verge of making a British record transfer fee, paying a record breaking British transfer fee of something like 150 million for this fella that they're going in for. I can't even remember his name because I'm fuming. I'm absolutely fuming. So Craig's now in the chat. Hi Craig, how you doing? And he says, Craig, he's saying, Edu is a clown. Mate, you ain't going to get an argument out of me about that. But the only thing I'm going to say about that is it's not just him. I want to know why he isn't being held to account, both up the way and down the way and from across the way. Why aren't our fans calling this fella out? Right? Why isn't more pressure being put on him from the owners? Why is not more pressure not being put on him by his colleagues? I want to, it may be, they may have done, I don't know. But I would like to think that Arteta, in particular, has been going in there saying, what the fuck are you doing? I've got this team to the top of the league table. We're 5 points clear with a game in hand. And you're asking about in the transfer window, giving me all this shit to play with. What the fuck's going on? Fucking sort your life out. And if I was him, I would have gone in early in the transfer window and been saying to Josh, if you don't fucking sack this bloke and get someone in who knows what they're doing, you can find a new head coach as well, because I'm not fucking putting up with it. If we don't win the title, it's going to be down to Edu. Right, but other people at that club need to be putting pressure on him, right? Putting pressure on him and saying to the likes of saying to Josh and Stanley, this fella hasn't got a fucking clue what he's doing, and he's destroying our chances of being successful. Because this isn't the first time this has happened. There are countless occasions going back over the last few years where he's messed up deals, or his inability to negotiate has cost his club severely. He can't do it. He's just not capable of doing it. Get him out. Ron, what happened to Project Youth? Well, exactly. That's another question. Where's this Project Youth? Where is it? If he's going down this Project Youth, then why are we signing this fella who's in the twilight of his career? You know, he's just come here. He's going to come, and by the time his contract is finished, he'll be ready to retire. It's an absolute fucking shit show. Absolute shambles. Chelsea must be laughing all the way to the bank. So we've just handed them what? If it goes up to 12 million, which it probably will, then we just handed them 12 million to help them get this deal for this other fella that they're going in for. This Enzo Fernandez or whatever his bloody name is. It's just an absolute shambles. Joanne says, as Jez said, Arteta is back prick settings. Edu never lost his prick settings. No, he didn't. Absolutely didn't. And the January transfer window will cost us winning the Premier League. Yeah, because what we signed ain't anywhere near enough. We need another striker. We need another centre-back. Minimum on top of what we've already done. It's the joke, man. Absolute joke. So let's go to the next one. Even Fresnes Dessa, I don't know if that's how you say his name. He's currently plying his trade with a team called Real Valladolid in Spain. They're in the centre of Spain, and apparently the people from that part of Spain speak the best Spanish, so I've been told. But the thing is, any Spanish person you speak to, they will tell you one thing, which is the same. That they all speak the best Spanish and that their region is the best region in which to live in, right? Anyway, this young fella, he's a right back. He's very talented. He's very highly rated. and apparently Arsenal and Borussia Dortmund were chasing the fella, but apparently he's decided he wants to stay in Spain for at least another year. So that deal is done and dusted as well. He did speak to Arsenal apparently. I hope it wasn't Edu, because now I'm not surprised at all that he wants to stay there. So Craig AFC 87 January transfer window. Yeah, you're 100% right, mate. Arsenal are just a retirement home for these ex-Chelsea players. We are. We're just where Chelsea players come to finish off their careers. So yeah, that's even Fresnedesa. Right. So Marquinhos here, he is going to Norwich for the rest of the season, I believe. Let's see if I've still got it up here. Yeah, here we go. So Marquinhos is joining Norwich, and he's going to stay there for the rest of this season on loan. I think that's a good move, to be quite fair. I think it will do him good. Playing regular first team football, I think that would be a good loan move for him. And Norwich have got a good tradition of playing good, attacking, attractive football, so it should be a good move. It really should. So I'm pleased about that one. Now this is the one that I'm really fucking rolled up about. This fella, the fella with the most success of any other player at this football club, Kieran Tierney. In my opinion, he should be captain, right? The fella is a born leader. If you look at his CV, the amount of trophies that fella's won, it's just insane, right? He won treble after treble after treble when he was at Celtic. He's captained the Scottish national team, and it wouldn't surprise me at all to see him end up at Real Madrid or Manchester City. If I had to say one, I reckon it could end up at Manchester City. Now, the thing is, Manchester City, right, they've just let Cancelo go on loan for the rest of the season to Bayern Munich. So they need a left back. Right, so don't be surprised. And in Bayern Munich have got an option to buy. So I wouldn't surprise me to see Kieran walk out of this club either some point today or at the end of the season. I would not surprise me in the slightest, because I know that Pep really likes him. And maybe that's why Man City let us have the fella that we got from the left back that we signed from. He's not, for me, he ain't a left back, he's a midfielder. The Ukrainian fella. Because for me, Kieran Tierney and Andy Robertson are the two best left backs in the world. Right? They are. And I can't think of one that's better than them two. And he's going to be leaving at the end of the season. I guarantee it. I'll be very surprised to see him here next season, because he's a born winner. He needs to play. He wants to play. He didn't come to Arsenal to sit on the bench, right? And I remember he got asked about it a while ago. I saw an interview he did. And they asked him about him sitting on the bench, and he said, "I don't care how many left backs there are at this club. I'm here to play, and that's what I will do." So, I think his days at this club are numbered. If it doesn't happen today, then come the end of the season, he'll be gone, I reckon. So Joanne says, I will get my bro to keep a lookout on how he's playing as he supports Norwich. Yeah, do, because it'd be interesting to see how he gets on. And one of my best mates is a Norwich fan, so he'll keep me updated as well. Craig says I would have brought back Patino from loan, then Jorginho. Me personally, I don't understand, why we're not gone in for the lad from Leicester, Tielemans. Why don't we go and get Tielemans? He's like a lot younger, a lot more energetic. I've heard someone making a very good argument this morning on TalkSport about why he's not right for Arsenal. They reckon it'll slow Arsenal down because he's too slow. I reckon they're right. And then said, yeah, he could do a good job breaking up play, but he's not particularly pacey, and he reckons he'll slow him down. And I agree with that, to be quite frank. Robert Lazaro says, thank you. Well, thank you to you, my friend. Thank you for coming and watching my video. I hope you're enjoying it so far. It's lovely to see you. Guys, there's 7 people in here at the moment. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I'd very much appreciate that if you could do that for me. I don't want to ask you for anything else. Just make sure, if you're new, make sure you subscribe for me. And also, please make sure that you hit that like button. I really, really appreciate that. Strasbourg Steve is here. Hi, Steve. How are you? I hope you're good, mate. He says, hey, Warren. Nice to see you, buddy. I hope you're well. And Strasbourg Steve's back in again. He says, I'll take Tierney at Newcastle, please. And thank you. Yeah, well, that's another one. I forgot about that. That's another destination I could see him going to. I just imagine him bombing down that left-hand side. And I have to say, this business about this nonsense, this tactical nonsense about, we can't play inverted left back. Why the hell would you want him to play as an inverted left back? He's an overlapping left back. That's what his job is. He's there to defend. He's not to go into midfield. This whole idea of playing, I think it's tactically flawed, right? You push the left back into midfield, you're leaving yourself exposed at the back, right? Because then what has to happen is the left-sided centre-back then has to go over and cover the left-back who's moved into midfield. And then you've got 3 players covering 4 positions. All the opposition need to do is then pump a long ball over the midfield and get one of the forward players to run onto it into the channel between the centre-back who's left in the middle and the left-sided centre-back who's playing left-back, and they're in, right? Because you can't, and then if there's main strikers coming through as well, who's going to pick both of them up? They can't pick both of them up, can they? So I just think that overlapping the inverted left back thing, I just think it's tactically flawed. I really do. And I think it's a big, big mistake. And Tierney is levels above that Zinchenko fella, in my opinion. Zinchenko, he isn't a left back, in my opinion. He's a midfielder, a defensive midfielder, yeah, but he ain't a left back. I'm sorry, he's not. And I can just imagine if Newcastle get a big, imposing centre forward, right, and they had Tierney bombing down the left flank, whipping in crosses into the box, the fella would think all his Christmases had come at once. They really would. And you imagine Tierney playing for Manchester City and crossing the ball into Haaland. The amount of goals that fella would get as a consequence of Kieran Tierney whipping the balls into the box. It would be absolutely insane. Joanne says, should raid Leicester City as I want Maddison. Yeah, I'd like Maddison as well, but I'd also take Tielemans. I think we should take both of them. If we can't get this Caicedo fella, I think we should go and get Maddison and Tielemans. Straightable Steve says Jorginho joins David Luiz, Petr Cech, Willian as Chelsea to Arsenal transfers. Not good company to keep, in my opinion. No, it's not. And all of them really didn't cover themselves in glory. And it'd be another Chelsea spy in the camp, as far as I'm concerned. I don't want him. I don't. I would sign Giroud back as an extra player. He would be handy as a stopgap, as I can't see them buying a striker. And the thing is, we need a striker, definitely. And I know that Del Boy really wants, keeps banging on about getting Giroud, and I would take him for 6 months. I mean, the situation we're in now, we need a stopgap because, I'm sorry, Eddie Nketiah is not as good as Giroud. He's not. And we need someone. I don't know where Giroud is, who he's playing for at the moment, but yeah, I'd take him 100%. Craig AFC 87, kangaroo jump that like button. Yeah, please, guys, please hit that like button. All those people that are watching, please make sure you hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe for me as well. I'd really, really appreciate that. And Joanne Smith says, share that. Well done, Joanne. Thank you so much, darling. I really, really appreciate that. And Strasbourg Steve says the only problem with Tierney is injury record. Well, people say that, but there's other players at Arsenal that have got more, if not the same types of injury record as him. There's two I can think of right off the bat, right? Thomas Partey's got a way worse injury record than he has. And Emil Smith-Rowe has got a worse injury record than he has. But I don't see them being shunted out, but particularly Thomas Partey. He's the best defensive midfield player in the world, allegedly, right? Kieran Tierney, in my opinion, is the best left back in the world. I don't think it's even a debate, right? Yet Kieran Tierney has been outed at the squad. The reason I think that Arteta wants him out of the squad is because he didn't sign him. He wants a squad, the whole squad, to be players that he signed. He doesn't want any players signed by any other managers in that squad. And that's because of his ego. So, yeah, no, his injury record, there's players with worse or equivalent injury records to Kieran Tierney at this club, and they're not being treated like that. So my question would be, what's going on? And Joanne says, it's got to the Cats, this transfer window. They've all fell asleep on the bed. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Del Boy says, Joe, the Irish Giroud is a free agent. Well, go and get him. What are we waiting for? For fuck's sake. Honestly. Because he offers something different. If we had Giroud playing up front, right, and Kieran bombing down that left-hand side, you know how deadly Giroud is in the air. Can you imagine the bloody crosses, Kieran throwing in crosses to him and Giroud getting on the end of them? Jesus. It'd be unreal. And Strasbourg C says, I guess Jorginho is okay midfield cover, but I don't really think he fits the way you play. Passes backwards far too often and doesn't play quick enough. That suits your side. Yeah, the business about the pace of his play is a big issue. And this is what this fella was saying on Talk Sport this morning. And they were like building an argument saying that he didn't think he was a good fit. And that's what I think. I don't think he's a good fit either. That's why I want Tielemans. I think we should go and get Tielemans. And I think that'd be a way better fit. I really do. And here's Eric Bonzi, DJ Gatti says, get up, Warren. Big up, matey. I'm not happy with the signings we just made. Legendary Warren, I love you, man. I just tuned in now, matey. Eddie is just useless in this football. And he's in Poland. Fair play to you, DJ Gatti, sorry. I hope you're well. I hope you're having a great day. Yeah, I'm not happy about it at all. So, but there's still got about 11 or 10 and a half hours to go. Let's see if he can magic something out of thin air. Because to me, that Jorginho signings has got. If it happens, it looks like it's likely to. It's got all the hallmarks of a panic buy, in my opinion. Strasbourg, see, that's true, Warren, about Tierney's injury record compared to others. It is true. Just look it up on Transfer Market. It's true. And his injury record isn't any worse. Certainly, there's two players at the club who've got either, well, certainly both of them, like the ones I've mentioned, Emil Smith-Rowe and Thomas Partey, have both got worse injury records than what he has. So I just don't get it. And this business about the inverted fullbacks, no, I'm not a fan. I'm coming more and more to the conclusion that I'm a 4-4-2 man, to be quite frank. It's tried and it's trusted, and it comes in fashion, it goes out of fashion, but in the end, it always comes back to 4-4-2. Joanne Smith says, Del Boy, I've got a shirt with the number on it saying, Mrs. Giroud, it's been redundant since blooming Arsene sold him. Well, yeah, it might be coming out the cupboard, Joanne. And the upper tier says, hi. He says, big up, Warren and chat. Hi, Noel. I hope you're good, mate. You just missed me ranting about Kieran Tierney. Yeah, well, you know what I think about him after I was in your chat last night, mate. So, yeah. Let's see if we've got anything else on here. Yeah, just want to remind you all, guys, on Saturday, I've got my match day live show. That will be starting at 2:30. And this Saturday, then we'll be covering games from the Premier League, the EFL, and the Scottish Premiership. So make sure you come and join me for that. I just basically keep you up to date with all the what's going on in the games that kick off at 3:00 on the Saturday afternoon. And it's usually absolute madness and plenty of fireworks, and I've got videos for goals. I've got videos for that I play when there's a goal scored. I've got videos for when someone gets booked, videos for when someone gets sent off. It's absolute madness. It's great banter and great excitement and fun to be had. Way, way better than Sky Sports. Don't miss it. And guys, please make sure you subscribe to this fella. His chat I've got highlighted here, the upper tier, right? He does brilliant content. He's an absolute top fella, and I love his shows. I really do. He did a show last night that was absolutely superb, and yeah, he's got. If you're a Liverpool fan as well, he does shows about Liverpool. He calls the podcast the Shankly Sessions. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm not a Liverpool fan, but I enjoy watching it. I find it interesting. Anyway, so guys, nearly finished now. Thoughts on Jorginho in the chat? You'd rather not know, mate. A lot of bad language has been said about that. I just think it's a joke. It's a panic buy. Pure and simple panic buy. And Noel says, top show on Saturday. Love it. There you go, folks. Noel, he's a regular now in the Warren's Team Talk Matchday Live show on a Saturday. He loves it. So, yeah, fair play to Noel. So, that's it, I think, guys. I think, yeah, also, Judgment Day is coming. And that's all I'm going to say about it at the moment. But Judgment Day is coming, Arsenal Football Club. Let me tell you. You've got, 10 hours, 20 minutes to sort this mess out. If you don't, then your time is coming. So that's it. If anything else major happens, I'll come back on and do a quick video. But anyway, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to hit the like button before you leave if you haven't done it already. And please make sure you subscribe and put that notification bell on when you do. I very much appreciate that. And please, guys, take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Enjoy yourselves and try and stay calm when all this nonsense is going on with the transfer window and whatnot. Love chatting to you this morning or this afternoon, whatever it is now. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all really, really soon. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye for now.